and then we will press A key on keyboard. This will list some frames. So this application we will be building desktop first, and then we will make it responsive in later videos. So we will click on desktop, and then we'll click on MacBook Air. And now in this frame we need to add layout grids also, as in web development we follow grid system a lot. Popular UI frameworks like Material UI, Bootstrap, Tailwind CSS, they all have like 12 grid systems, so that it's easy to manage width of our elements. So we will click on layout grid here at the right hand side, and as you see, like it created grid, but we don't want grid, we want just columns. So we will go here, we will click on grid, and we will change it to column. And usually like in web development people follow 12 column system, and we will give a 70 pixel margin from left and right. So now these are the like columns which we will referring to adjust the width of our elements. We can easily hide and view these columns using this eye icon. So let's keep it here as of now, and we will hide it later. So let's start with header section as of now. So we will click on rectangle here, and we will like just drag and drop and create this header here. We will give background using this fill section, and we'll click on here, and we will give completely white background. So yeah, this color we have. And now like as you see, I was using this grids to measure the width of this header. And now I will like just simply hide. If I want to hide these grids, I will just click on this icon button and it will be hidden. To add a logo, I will click on this Figma icon. We'll go to file, we'll click on place image, and here I have a logo of W3 Cafe. I will open it, and now we need to add some login and register buttons also here. So for that I will again be using this rectangle, and I will create a rectangle here. I will fill that with white color, but I want my buttons to be like to have rounded corners. And to create rounded corners, I will be using I will click on the rectangle, and then I will click on this button here, independent corners, and then I will give 8 radius to all the corners. Yep. So yeah, now this has rounded corners, and it looks like button. Now I will add a text also here. So for that I will click on this T icon here, and then I will click here, and then I will, let's say I will call this button. I need to increase the size as it's hardly visible. So yeah, I think 20 is good. And then I need to like increase the width. And so right now it's aligned to left. Let me change the alignment to center, text align center. Yeah, now it looks properly aligned. I also want to change the font. So now instead of enter I will use overpass. Yep. So yeah, this is the font I will be using. Let me increase the size more. Yeah, I think this looks good. So now just started, and you can see like here we have 4 elements, and if we completely build a full page, there will be like hundreds of elements, and it becomes very hard to manage. So to manage them easily, we need to group these stuff. So as we know, like these two things belongs to one button, so we can just right click on them and click on group selection, and now we can call it white button. So we know like if you want to modify it, and even if you want to like move it, we can move all the stuff together. And now as you know, like in web apps, like we will be using buttons a lot. Like there are many components which we want to reuse again and again, like buttons or product card or any card. So the best approach to do that is just make them as a component in Figma. So just right click on this, and right click on the element you want to reuse, and just click on create component here. So once you click on that, you can find your all the components here. So now let's say I want to add one more button. Let's say this is all courses. Let's say we want to add one more button of login. We will add it here, and we will rename it to register. Yeah, so you can see like we added one more button, and we can add it again here for login. Yeah, we added it here. So yeah, this is like one stuff we added, and now we have three items here. We can again group them into like header nav bar, we can say group selections, and we can call them header nav bar, right? And now we can in Figma we can use like plugins also. So after header we will be using a hero image here, where we'll be like talking about like what this website will do. So for that we need to add some image here. So let me add text here. Text will be like full stack project development, anything. Yeah, tech stack here. So now here we need one more button, like I want to display all the text tag as a button. So I want to make so in white background, like white button won't be visible, so I will be changing the color to yellow, and I will add text here again. So in Figma we get plugins also. To access the plugins, we can like click on find more plugin, and blob is the one that is frequently used. Let me run this plugin. So it will generate blobs of like whatever complexity and whatever uniqueness you want to give. Yeah, so it will let me increase the complexity. Yep, you can regenerate them using this button. So let me use this. So yeah, we have it here. I will change the color to yellow, and I will just reduce the opacity to this level, and then I will okay, I will insert it here. Let me do it like this. File, place image. So I added it here. So yeah, JS we added here. So we have JS here, and now add more file, place image. We can add React icon as well, and we can put it here. Go to file, we will say place image, and then let's add node.js icon also here. Yep, now it's looking something like hero image. Let me just group all these together, and I can show you like what is the advantage of this thing. So we have all these three images, and where is the blob? We sent blob to yeah, blob is outside of this, so we will bring it here. And now we will just group all of these things together. We will say group selection, and now you can reuse all the things all together. So similarly, I have designed other pages like login register and user profile page and course page as well. So I am fast forwarding this clip as whatever I am doing is just repetition of whatever I have done earlier. So now as we have all the three screens designed, we will move to next video where we will convert these designs into React components.